whom male leaders had long pushed to the margins, began pushing back on the issues of ordination, preaching licenses, and the power of the purse. Why is the late 19th century referred to in Black history as women's era?
The women are excited. They have come into gender
Queen
consciousness.
Kiki, Raw Magazine TV,
And they are making the argument,
chilling,
according to the Bible.
watching Raw
women
Magazine
have the
TV,
right
of
to
course.
preach. Women have the right to be in their own separate missionary
background.
organizations. Or women
While I
have the
do
right
my
to raise
side
money for their churches
kicks.
and be in control of the money that they raise.
The membership of the African American church is somewhere between 80 to 90% women, but the leadership is 80 to 90% male.
In 1894, Julia Foote, at the ripe old age of 71, became one of the first two women to be ordained as a deacon in the AME Zion Church. As Black male influence in the larger world began to shrink, some men became even more intent on holding on to their power within the church.
Unfortunately, the Black church carries all the anxieties and insecurities born of the dominant society. And so therefore, the church becomes the space where Black man can be that conception of manhood in American society, which is about power, power over.
In the Baptist church, an outspoken young activist protested that the sisters were hindered from helping. Her name was Nannie Helen Burroughs.
Nannie Helen Burroughs was one of the people who said that Black women within churches were undervalued and overlooked, and invested all of her political and spiritual powers in the Women's Convention of the National Baptist Convention. She is inside the Black Baptist Church, but is a persistent critic of the Black Baptist Church.
For a number of years, there has been a righteous discontent, a burning zeal to go forward in his name among the Baptist women of our churches.
What did Nannie Burroughs mean by righteous discontent?
She says, for a number of years now, we have been out here in the fields doing missionary work, trying to get our women educated, trying to get our women jobs. But the key of the righteous discontent is just this sense that it's our time now.
Church women like Burroughs, who'd been the glue of their denominations, started to seize opportunities to expand their activities beyond church walls.
For some church women in these debates over power and authority, they raise the specter, even the threat, that perhaps they will leave the church communities if men can't accommodate their ambition. Some women will leave.
By 1896, the National Association of Colored Women's Clubs was formed in Washington, D.C. Their motto, lifting as we climb.
So lifting as we climb. What we're trying to do is uplift a group of people who had experienced oppression for so long that there had to be a concerted effort that was rooted and grounded in spiritual practice.
Black women weren't the only ones lamenting the growing conservatism of the Black church. At the turn of the century, the great Black scholar W.E.B. Du Bois explored the issue.
Raw Magazine
in two of his
TV,
books,
Queen
The
Kiki,
Philadelphia Negro,
getting
and
in
the
some
Souls of
more
Black Folk. Du Bois
ab
detailed the
focused
church's enduring
exercises.
historical significance, and he challenged it to
And
address
watching Raw Magazine
political
TV, of
limitations.
course. You're gonna
Du Bois was
get,
very
as I
interested in the
said,
Black church.
a mix,
And part of his interest comes from the
something
fact that he was not
to
raised in
feed
it.
your
He
brain,
especially
education
didn't
and
have
knowledge,
experience with Southern
and
Black religious
funny,
expression of Southern Black churches.
products that are made and created by aspiring and upcoming independent creators. And you can get some professionally done by some of the more established creators. But we don't discriminate in your
Many rural black people
skill,
felt the presence of God
we
manifested
are
itself in the Holy
focused
Spirit.
on
Dr.
pushing
E.B. Du Bois
everybody
called
to
this
continue
the
and
frenzy.
get better, just as we are. So,
The frenzy goes by many names. In churches where I grew
but
up,
I
it's called
will
getting happy or getting touched.
get back into
It's a moment
some
of
more ab
deep,
exercises
expressive
coming up
behavior
shortly.
that happens in and
Until
out of the
then,
church, in which one's body
peace.
becomes connected intimately with the divine.